good feeling off of it. I want it more. I mean, it's such a fun game. Well, for me. Right. Before we start, two things I want to talk about. So, two stories. One, yesterday I did some online course. I got CPR qualified, which basically was just for the credential program. I did it online because it was cheaper, let's be honest. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. Also, my degree came in the mail like a week ago, maybe more. And the second thing, those are just gonna be related to this, is I just listened to Driva Cat's new song called Doomsday. Oh my gosh. It was great. I love the fact that a lot of her songs are related to the Dream SMP, and she has no exact genre specific. I do notice she likes to pull electronic use a lot, but it could be just a style choice. Either way, I love it very, very much. I love her work. I do enjoy listening to the song. I think it's pretty much a good setting from what happened that day, which basically it's just, I love the art. It's just techno, Dream, and then Philza. I was mostly watching from Philza's perspective because I love Philza very, very much. People look at him like a wise old man when he's only in his 30s, technically. So I just look at him as someone older but wiser. And also just someone more humble, but has a lot more to give. So it's kind of like those anime mentor characters that are very humble and are okay with their humble lifestyle, but if anyone knows anime, you don't count the teach out yet. There's a reason why they're teaching, why they're strong. Because they can pummel you 3 weeks to Saturday and drag you all the way to Sunday. Okay. Gotta do something real quick. So, just this. You and Snowflake here. Not even Snowflake entertained the crowd. Thank you. Just rearranging stuff. No big deal. I love Driva Cat's music. I would listen to it on my spare time, probably when I'm doing stuff like creating a city or making people, which I probably should do at some point. Maybe I'll do that tonight since I'm kind of like hooked on Driva Cat's music. Honestly, she's one of the few artists I would just play her music on repeat and I don't get tired of it. I usually have that happen to me, but when it comes to like music, if it hits me hard, like I will play this on repeat no matter what. Like play their music on repeat or on a shuffle, on a playlist, and play constantly. That's when you hook me. I haven't had this feeling in a while, and I've noticed that streaming games like this has given me such a different feeling. It makes me feel more myself. Anyway, So, to give you guys a bit of a recap, we kind of woke up in the midst of a dungeon cell. We just got out of whatever place we just came from. We have this mark. I'm guessing it's on the right hand, or is it the left? I would have to take a closer look at it, but I think maybe it's the left. Probably not. Maybe the right. I don't know. Maybe it's the right hand. Usually, the right hand is more common, so I would guess this one. Anyway, this is my right hand. Anyway. Knowing that the mark is the only solution, a possible solution to the bigger problem. Roderick wants to go on with life and basically find a divine to find the solution to the bigger problem. So apparently he's into politics, not to the immediate threat over there. Like, no, he just wants to run away from the fight. He thinks it's hopeless. Basically calling everybody else crazy. I say other words, but what do I know? What do I know? Anyway, long story short, basically we got two paths. We can either go the direct approach or the long way around. But the long way around is where our lost squadron's there. So of course, I chose to go that way. Because if the squad is lost, we need to go find them. And that's the path we are on. So, let's go. The sooner we can go, the sooner we can get people safe. There's a lot of reading. I'm not going to read these. Okay. Let's go, people. We've got a mountain to climb. Ah!
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
Cassandra, a simple way of saying that would be yes. Part of an old mining complex is very redundant. But what do I know? I wasn't very good at English in high school. Let me give you hypothermia. Excuse me. Can you wait your turn? Yes, I know how this all works. Thank you very much. I know how. Okay. Ooh. Oh wait, yes I did. Yes I did. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking about something real quick. Now, oh my gosh, this is so dark. I can barely see anything here. I'm guessing if this was Minecraft, I would have a torch and basically put torches all around. Yeah, I watch way too many Minecraft videos. I don't have a problem. Maybe you do. Ever see those, silly memes? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I need some water. Okay. Whew. It's really cold in here. Well, I wouldn't know, but it looks cold. Yes! Oh my gosh, light. Such a concept. Oh look, money! Sorry, that sounded so stupid. Oh look, money! I laugh at myself. Yeah, you know it's cold if you can see the frosty air, or frosty mist air. The mist in the air. You know what I mean. When it gets so cold it becomes misty or something. You know it's freezing cold. I knew nothing about snow, but I do know something about cold. And usually it would be low, around maybe lower than 40 degrees. Basically, it'd have to be around 40 degrees to see your own breath. Or somewhere around that. Don't quote me on that. I'm in California. I'm from Southern California. I know nothing of snow. I've only seen snow, but not interacted with it. Some part of the place hasn't been put to flames at all. Wow, it must be so cold that the fireball basically froze. Or dissipated. Or disappeared. Any one of those things, Gary. Okay. Can we take a moment to appreciate the look of this game? This ice looks so realistic. Along with the lighting. Well, the lighting's very dark. I don't know why they put it at the beginning of the game, but the beginning of the game is very dark. I don't know who did the lighting for this level, but it's really, really terrible. And I've played a lot of games to where I don't really notice much of the lighting, but Yeah, when you play it long enough, you tend to notice. Oh.
Yes, we found the soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to our elven friend here.
Yeah, I'm going to save a lot of people as much as possible because I care about people. So, I'm going to try to do all those things, but I'm not perfect, so I'm just going to do what I can. Oh, look! Party.
Lady Cassandra! Lieutenant, you're alive. Just barely.
Ooh, televoice. Goodbye. And please let the door hit you on the way out.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. She insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you... Closing rifts and saving soldiers. It's what I do. Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
I guess it's
Down the
natural.
ladder. That's the way to the temple.
I was gonna point out about the whole blood on their uniforms, but I really... That's just gonna find it. Ah! Well, that was stupid. Oh yeah, sure.
Holes in the Fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
Well, that's new. Huh. Oh, I don't think I ever paid attention to this. My gosh, that is seriously creepy. Okay. Down into the creepy place we go. Word of warning, you might see charred bodies. I say that in case anybody needs a disclaimer. Just look away if it bothers you.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Again, being a little repetitive, but fine. Whoa, what the hell? What the... What in Thetis is this? What's that? Huh. One explosion, guys. One explosion did all this. Just keep this in the back of your mind as we go through this. This was all caused by one explosion.
Breach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'm not sure how to even start getting up to that thing.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Right.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
Sorry. Ooh, boy. Sacrifice? Oh, joy. Don't like the sound of that. Oh.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Beric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Pro
The
tip.
sacrifice still.
That is Divine Justinia's voice.
Pro tip. Standing near this will make anybody crazy. But it doesn't do anything mechanic-wise that I know of yet. Doesn't have a debuff or anything. It does give a seriously creepy vibe that I do not like. Okay. Oh, I have no idea where that came from. Alright. Okay. Let's go. I love all the green vein things or whatever. It's kind of cool. Okay.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you.
What's going on here?
We have an intruder. Slay the elf.
You were there! Who attacked? And the divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Shouldn't those guys be a little spread out? Knock! You've got... hell, you've got company!
Now!
Oh yeah, this thing, it's called a Pride Demon. Yeah, I'm not fancy either. Oh, yeah.
Strip its defenses! Wear it down!
Yeah. Working on it.
The demon is vulnerable! Now!
Sorry, bird.
More coming through the rift!
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of something here. Do you mind? Guys, 6 feet apart. I don't need to tell you again. Do you guys not care about social distancing? The nerve of something. Oh, sure. Power up. My attacks are even working. My lightning attacks might not be working. Great! What am I doing? Beating him an entree? Well, I think I just gave this guy some indigestion. Ooh, I'm halfway there. Hey, dude, why don't you take a time out? Alright. Hey, that's not nice. Oh, right, I think I just fed him something. Whoopsie.
Do it!
Basically, she's going to say, now, seal the rift. That is how you seal the sky. At least steal a portal to the underworld or whatever place they came from. The Fade, they call it. Oh, look at my cute outfit.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Do this. Thank you.
So a trial happens now, I suppose.
I don't know anything about that. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Oh, joy. We're going with Chancellor Stupidhead. Great. Like I needed to have another conversation with the most stubborn person in this game. Well, in terms of politics, I guess he is but the lower end of the spectrum, but still. So far, he is the most stubborn person I've met. And we just started. Alright. Reading. Ugh. Of course, never read anything in large print. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me take over before this survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breathing, pulse over fast, not responsive, pupils dilated. That's actually not a good thing. Mage says her scarring mark is thumping with unknown, thrumming with unknown energy. Wish we could station a Templar here just in case. Basically a knight on hand in case a knight trained to deal with magic stuff, just in case things get out of hand, as a safety precaution. So it's like if somebody had a police in the at Hogwarts or whatever, just as a safety precaution. But that's being optimistic. Here we go. Alright. We're gonna do, let's see. Ooh, Fade Step or Wintergrass? Ice fizzling. You lock a target in the sheet of ice. Freeze. Oh, I should probably read this one. Masters of Winter. Masters of this school of magic summon cold that bites deeper than any coolest winter. Than the cruelest winter. Their icy spells show my slow and weaken enemies. So that's probably what the cold attacks are doing. All the staffs in the game have like an element related. It would always be either winter, inferno, or storm. Always. At least that's from memory. Anyway. So I'm gonna do winter. So at least I have something of all 3. And I have more to work with. Okie dokie. Right. Okay. In short, that's what people believe, but the truth is stranger than fiction, so people believe what they want to believe. I'm not even going to read that right now. The wording and text in this game is so massive. Go this way. They all lead to the same place. I think I'm going to take the long way.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard you supposed to close it entirely. Still, it's more than anyone else has done.
Okay.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Mondrassi.
Thank you. Question mark. Okay, all this bowing and stuff is nice, but still.
Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us. That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Reach to the reach louder to the pickle of the back.
Mondrassi didn't have grand clerics telling her what to do, and she managed nonetheless.
You expect us to be like Andraste?
Someone must.
Mic drop. Cute. Ooh, tons of these. Bags. Loot. Okay. This is probably important information. Okay. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. So, for so long, men have dreamed, we have walked. I'm like farther away from the screen, and the text is so kind of small, so it's hard for me to see. For so long, men have dreamed. We have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city and glimpse of the city at its heart, always close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Deventer's Emporium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves. Oh joy. That's a bit dark. Slaves. In an effort to map the terrain of the Fade. An ultimately fruitful endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding desperate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. I think it might be because the text. I think if this was in yellow, this would be much easier for me to read. I remember hearing somewhere that you can actually change the text and color of the subtitles in Netflix, so that way you can actually see them better. So, the relationships of dreamers. Dreamers in the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of Lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who are able to control the spirits who dwell there, however, can. And as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through the sleeping visions, with sleeping visitors, building their own, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack connection, context, or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals and build their realms with no other ambition than taste of life, from the tranquility and rolls of fate. Fade in the human culture by first enchanter Josephus. Interesting. Ugh. Yeah, because back here, it's a little bit blurry. Ugh. Hopefully anyway, whatever. What's in here?
To be tried by whomever becomes Stefan.
I do not believe he is guilty.
The elf failed Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Mic drop. Whew. Say it once more. Louder for the people in the back.
Jane Hurst, I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
How would I answer? Realistically, I would answer this one because that would be my instinctive response.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect,
You, and many others.
but not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
Ooh. I cannot answer this one.
You really think your maker would send someone like me?
The Maker does as he wills. It is not for me to say.
Even if that means a Dalish elf is his chosen?
Humans are not the only people with an interest in the fate of the world.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
Alright. I'm just gonna say this. Chancellor Idiot has left the building with his dignity with his dignity crushed. I would say don't let the door I would think this, probably not say it, but don't let the door hit you on the way out, Chancellor Idiot. You're gonna need it. If you're going to insult me anymore. I swear that guy is just looking for someone to slap him. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for someone to slap him. Alright.
What is the Inquisition role, exactly?
It precedes the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order. But the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
When I woke up, I certainly didn't picture this outcome.
Neither did we.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Okay. Yeah, I'm awesome. Oh, shopping stuff. Let's see. Sam? Oh. There we go. Her outfit is so awesome. Ugh, much needed improvement more than here. Show you. This. Ugh, look at this hideous monstrosity. I get it, it's supposed to be the beginning, but seriously, why does it have to look this hideous? Why? Why does it look this way? It's disgusting. This looks very fitting. It looks very much like an adventurer's gear. It's just 10 times better. I mean, seriously, did nobody in the costume, nobody in the designing table thought this needed an improvement? Did nobody take lessons in fashion or something? I don't know. Ugh. This doesn't even deserve to be sold to another one. I'm destroying this monstrosity before anybody else has a chance to wear it. Much better. Much better. Okay. Oh, wait. I got accessories. Running belt. When a bow's about to excuse me, drop a character's health below 0, the amulet shatters and heals the character for a significant amount. So basically, if it gets close to 0, this thing will break and it will give me some health. I like things like this. They're handy. Let's go look around for a bit. See if I can talk to anyone. Ooh, let's talk to Solus. No. I'm just gonna walk on by, not gonna touch on the subject, I'm just gonna move on and talk to Solus.
The chosen of Andraste. Blessed heroes sent to save us all.
This.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffin, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
That would sound something like me.
Hopefully the kind you live to become that embarrassing former hero everyone has to put up with.
I can think of worse fates. I will stay with you, at least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate mage surrounded by Chantry forces, and unlike you, I do not have a divine mark protecting me. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna lay the... Sorry.
You came here to help, Solus. I won't let them use that against you.
How would you stop them?
However I have to.
Thank you. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Oh yeah, I blame the souls of romance right there. I am planting the seed and letting it grow.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed till I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
I think in this conversation, we should probably know more about the Fade, so we have a better idea of what we're working with.
What do you know about the Fade?
Great deal, am I wondering? There are few hard facts, but I can share what I will.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Good. It is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens, or when spirits cluster in an area that has seen many deaths. Your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
Interesting.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient Elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade is not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
That's dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality. The spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful. And the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreams. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the audience parents.
I picked that one because the way I would basically say it sounds like it would be wonderful. So I would say it's something along those lines, because that's the way he makes it sound. Not because I think it would be wonderful. Honestly, I think it could be terrifying at first, but then it becomes nature. I kind of like the concept of wearing masks in public. The only thing that really would terrify me more is if a robber that has like a ski mask that person would be let in because it's a mask. Or something along the lines. Because a person could just be wearing a mask and you would never know their intentions. Because you wouldn't know what they look like. Not without the masks. Anyway. While I'm on that note, someone once gave me a compliment about my eyes. And I think I was wearing a mask at the time, so I don't really think the guy was... I didn't really realize it at the time. But then, I don't remember if it was my dad or something, but I think people are just noticing more on eyes because people have to cover their mouths a lot, so it makes sense why the eyes would be more revealing to people because it's the only thing you see. It's kind of poetic. Alright, one more thing.
I'd like to know more about demons.
For Dalish, the demons hate the natural world, seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living. Demon? That wish gone wrong.
I think I'd pick the top one because it'd be like, wouldn't there be an easier way for that not to happen?
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them, if not in peace, at least without such active confrontation?
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that it's sought to ask.
Well, goodbye, Silas. Got other things to do.
We'll talk later.
I could talk his ear off, but I'd rather be more entertaining right now. Ooh, gotta go into people's houses. This is the inspector here. I need to inspect everything to make sure that no demons have done anything horrible. What's this? A book on the bed? Oh, great. Reading! Boring. Luckily I can read that later, but right now, I do it. Back to the people's houses! Just giving your usual inspection here, nothing to see. It's clean. Ooh, what's this? I'll take these under confiscation. Confiscation. Yeah, that's a word. I made it up, but that's a word. Ooh. Yes, I know an apothecary is. Alright. Knock, knock. Anybody home?
Secret Arthur told me that you can't let the herbs go to anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Secret, he better hope he doesn't need a salve anytime soon.
This is awkward. Hi.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making us wear, though. So, you're welcome.
It's always polite to say thank you.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the wound. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little boundary stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's forced to play Mother Hen. You want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. There are few around who can help.
Something? In other words, classic case of being overworked and little help.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Alright. Do you need any help?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. The old bastard was working on something special. He died at the conclave, and his notes weren't here. I'm too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
How do I go about having potions made?
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
Okay. Probably made that later.
Perhaps another time.
Yes, I know how this works. Healing potion? Of course, I didn't even tell him Elven Root. Okay. Oh, sorry, people. Guess I'm just feeling a little drowsy today. No big deal. Right. Where to go now? I know.
Forgive us. We have the Herald of our trust. She was sent by the Maker herself.
Some people have trouble believing Andraste sent an elf.
If Andraste gives you the nod, you should be good in the Chantry's eyes.
Not everyone saw the vision of Andraste. It's just a tricky situation.
For the ignorant and not so for the ignorant and less keen of eye, that is basically racism in a very simple format and conversation. I just have to ask why. Is that rude? Yes. What should we do? Pass on by and pretend we didn't even
How much
hear
money?
anything?
Is there any way you could get row 6? See? What did I tell you? Thank you. I was really hoping you only needed 6. Welcome back.
Okay.
Can I get you anything?
What can you tell me about this area?
Adonis Haven's He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition's smith. Whatever he can make, you thread the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segrid. His prices aren't too high. Yes? Oh, there's also minerals. Studies, beasts, and things, as I understand.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
That was beautiful. Sometimes I might just take a time to enjoy the music. Other than that, we've got more places to explore. I'm just making an inspection. I am confiscating this for under more inspection. There's no need to see anything here, folks. Oh, there. Hello.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
Being technical, it was more like a few. Because everybody wanted to hate on us about a couple of days ago in this context, because 3 days ago we sealed it, which means 3 days ago we woke up. And, well, if that note was there, about 3 days later, but 3 days before that was when they found me. So, basically, over a week. So we got 3 plus, we've got 3 plus another 3, that's 6. Basically, a little under a week. So, it hasn't been a day, more like a week. Who's counting? We're just glad to be alive. I can barely keep up. No. Fine. No. This is probably me.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
Too good natured. I'll say I was fortunate.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck, or bad. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
A miracle, you say? Well, there's a line in a movie, I think it was called Where the Red Friend Grows. Someone says, if you need God's help, you gotta meet him halfway. Something like that, so. If you need a miracle, kinda have to work for it a little bit. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, no, I should have gotten it from there. I'm a dum-dum. Okay. Here. I got an idea. I know how to find it, though.
Do you think the maiden will be able to see?
I forget, you can't really run. Well, not sprint, anyway. Either that or I forgot the controls for it. Whoopsie. Oh, right, it was in here. Okay. Day 2, pulse normal, breathing normal, still responsive, careful drop feed, prep, elf root extract to hasten her recovery, a lot of thrashing, Mutters about too many eyes, something about the gray. Encouraging? That's not hinting something, I don't know what is. Alright. No. Letters and notes. Ah! Day 3. Less thrashing, some response to stimulus. Vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into Chantry to kill my patient. Jeez. That's bad. That's like if the most innocent person is framed to be a killer, and then people were on a mob, go breaking into a hospital, and then basically having a near attempt to kill the person. Yeah, that's bad. All this work to save her life, and will they just execute her? I will inform Lady Cassandra and expect her to wake before the morn. So it's either late in day 3, later in the day, in day 3, or probably woke up in day 4. But pretty much proving what I said. Over. That's what I said. All that in a week. In a bloody week. Alright.
Yes, whenever people are tired, hungry, and sick, the Chantry's there to come and sing to you.
Yeah. I'll read this one later. Don't mind me. I'm just expecting stuff. No need for that.
When there was no sky maker, you were the sky. When there was no earth, you were the earth. When there was nothing, you were everything.
There's someone that's faithful.
You're awake and out of Lady Cassandra's clutches. And I slipped that, young elven lass good coin to tell me when you came back to us. No matter. Segra, honored to meet you. Thank you for all you've done. Hopefully we'll still do.
Curious, as Alice would say.
What do you think I'll be doing exactly?
Word's already spreading. If anyone can close that blighted thing in the sky, it's you. Anything you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
Kind with nowhere else to go. Those blasted demons destroy most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
Seems reasonable.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear and equal imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Charming. Good day.
Until later.
Stay safe.
I spoke with Commander Cullen. I apologise for what I said earlier.
It's nothing. Now, Symphony, what can you tell me of Redcliffe?
The mages have been quiet since their attack on the Conclave.
Their attack? Do you have information confirming that the mages were responsible?
Well, I had assumed.
Don't. Our job is to acquire actionable information. Assumptions can lead you to overlook something vital.
Someone pays attention. Someone knows what they're talking about. Assuming basically is just harmful speculation. Harmful as in it can harm a person and can divide people. So yeah, never good to assume things. Otherwise you'll just make an idiot out of yourself. Sorry. Jeez, I have no idea where the hell that came from. Okay. Nothing here. Everything clean. Alright. Nothing here? I know. I'm staying here, but whatever. Okay. Anything in the back here? Sorry, dude. I'm on a mission. Excuse me, I need to get this plant. Thank you. There'll be a lot of moments where I'm just collecting, fighting, or just doing stuff. Because the more you collect, the better off of materials you can get. That's why I want to explore and probably talk. Yeah, Chancellor Roderick isn't the most easiest person to get along with. In fact, he's probably the most stubborn out of the bunch. He's kind of like Umbridge, but tolerable. Because it's like if Umbridge was just, if she could only give her say, but that's about it. Like, she can only say her piece, but she can't really do anything other than that. But obviously in Harry Potter, she does do a whole lot of stuff. Such as canceling Quidditch for some stupid reason. Ugh. Yeah, basically. That's good.
And who are you to be fishing around for what pirates are doing?
Back in Ansburg, my uncle was fit for plenty.
And what's that mean for you back in Ansburg?
Honestly, about as much as it does here.
I'm guessing nothing, because I have no idea what a praetor is, and I'm guessing it's not that much useful. Anyway, back to what I was saying about Umbridge. Umbridge is just one of those people that... In a way, I'm just gonna say it, she's literally the most annoying person. She's the most... She does things that are unethical in many extremes. Okay. Ah! Hidden in plain sight. Ugh. There you are. She just cancels Quidditch because of something completely dumb. She pretty much is so unbearable that I prefer the movie version of her compared to the book, because the book is a whole lot worse. They don't even, the movie doesn't even consider the idea of her canceling Quidditch, even though that actually is a thing. That she does cancel Quidditch. Why? Some stupid regulation government protocol crab apples that are a bunch of doo-doo head, bunch of protocol doo-doo that literally is ridiculous. And I know nothing of the UK's school standards and protocols, but in America, half of the things she did, she could get away with technically as a politician. There are people in the education system that literally that literally do things for the government. I mean, there's a reason why there's a Department of Education. But the whole thing she does for detention, as in writing with a blood quill, that's technically under the cruel and unusual punishment part of the Independence and Bill of Rights. So, somewhere in our laws, there is a statement where cruel and unusual punishment is against the law, and she would be arrested and put to jail for that. But that also depends on the American standards. By that I mean the MACUSA, as in the Magical Congress. Troll is probably putting it nicely, because that's what Fred and George call her. I think she's a whole lot worse. And yes, I'm exploring, because I like to gather materials and kind of just chat, because I want to. And gathering materials is kind of important right now, so. Speaking of gathering materials, one thing that kind of bothers me is how come they haven't really, like, thought about a leader yet? Oh. Yeah. Well, that's a thing. Well, at least I know where. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm forgetting controls again. Because I'm an idiot. Confusing other gaming mechanics. Typical me. Typical me. Ooh, more Elfroot. Elfroot is just a very common plant. You'll find this everywhere in most places. So it's just one of those very common plants you find. And I think it grows like a weed, like mint or something, because there's an abundance of it. What are you? Sorry, but I need to use you for your letter. Come on. Your mother. Oh, Buffalo. Instead of Buffalo. I was thinking Buffalo when I saw them. I did that because I wanted to get some leather and hides are and well, sadly, killing any of these animals and using them for either meat or leather is just useful. And it proves just how much leveling up I need to do because I was kind of sad. God, I am like super tired. Oh, there you are. Right in front of me. There you are. Oh. There we go. Oh. Gotcha. The map looks bigger than it is. I'm not even kidding. This map looks like it's far away, but it's really not. It's more like, it looks like this. When really it's just this. It's like smaller than it is.
I should look around.
I remember when I first played this took me a while to figure out because I didn't know that pressing the joystick did this. So finding the notes was like ridiculous. Good times, good times. Let's read about Chancellor Logic while I'm stretching off for a bit. Okay. Because I need to stretch out. I need to find something to like get my energy going. Okay. Let's see. There are some who claim men have no place in the Chantry, beyond the lowest rank of scholarly brothers, and those who take their place among the Templars. It is not true. This is an organization spanning 7 nations, from the smallest village Chantry to the Grand Cathedral in Val Royale. It takes more sermons to keep alive. There is an invisible army working, assuring meals are delivered, repairs made, and faithful attended to. Much of it done by Chantry brothers like myself. The position of the High Chancellor places a man beside the most holy. I control who is permitted audience, handles her correspondence, deliver her word to Thetis, and serve as her advisor on matters which may be mundane, but cannot be discarded. If I have influence, let it be said that something I have. Let it be said it is something I have sparingly, if at all. This is a task to which I devote myself with solemnity. I know what I said. I have had fellow bears. My fellow bear of burden. My followers bear burdens, so that others are free to guide their spirit of Thetis unencumbered. English. Excerpt from a letter by High Chancellor Roderick Eckert. And this tells me very little about the guy, as in barely anything at all. Look at his picture. His picture is so stupid. As in, he looks like an idiot. His drawing does not even compliment him at all. I bet whoever drew him hated him. Just said, you know what, I'm just gonna make him look a little bit bigger than he really is. I'm just gonna make him look like a complete dunderhead. All that's missing is him looking like he has a big head when really he doesn't. I may be going somewhere. Ooh. Yes, we can read about us, but I think I'm okay. I watched in this video where if you rub your ears for a certain amount of time, it actually helps wake you up a little bit. So that's why I'm rubbing my ears right now. It's because the ears are like the least to be touched, unless you're picking or unless you do this, but I'm not going inside my ear. But seriously, like these, like right here, I don't know if you guys can see, but you touch like the tips of them or something, and they're like the most sensitive because they don't get touched a lot, usually. So of course the brain is going to notice this. Therefore, it'll send signals to the brain noticing that. So it's sort of just a way to trick the brain to say, hey, by the way, we're being touched, so wake up, please. Though, I'm not sure where that is. Anyway. Right. Sorry about that. This yawning, I have no idea where the hell that came from. Ah, there it is. Ooh, there's so much here. See, a lot of things also, the potions, the apothecary, they require a lot of elf fruit and stuff, so, and a lot of other plants as well, even rare plants, so just collecting every plant you see is important. Also, collecting metals and other rocky material also is helpful. Ay, ay, ay. And it is working. Okay. Ah. Are you kidding me? Okay, you know what? Time to go see the blacksmith. Oh.
CV's in this. Yes. We cannot stay here.
Never mind.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Probably gonna talk to that person right there, but not really in the mood. Oh yeah, can we talk about the fact that Chancellor Idiot just almost arrested me because I literally don't remember anything and he really is just asking for blood? Okay, better get used to seeing this area because this is where we can make make armor, make weapons, and this area, which is to modify both, which literally is helpful. Not even kidding, this is actually the most helpful and most useful place in the entire game. More than buying anything else, I'm not even kidding. I hardly ever go places because I can go to the shops or whatever. Though I do sometimes look to see if they have any recipes, which you'll find out right here.
On Hallet. Everything over for you. How's that forgive me?
Sturdy and lean. It's perfect.
Well, mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits. We're not fighting bandits. My gear will seize demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at us. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Let's see.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, hold or grease, we'll take care of you. Can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Forgive me for this. Hey Google, Lumos. Welcome, welcome. If you're here, we're talking about how to mix stuff.
What can you and your team make here?
Arms and armor. We work irons, lighted dragon rudder if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy, bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
I actually like this guy. He's handy, and also, realistically, if I was in her shoes, his work is very, very much good, because a lot of the stuff I make, or I'm allowed to make here, or that he can make, is pretty good.
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothar. Long gone now. I
I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild it. Left when Morty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Ended up here. Just missed the boot. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
Let's keep it optimistic.
You're still walking. That's always good.
True enough.
Who outfits the Inquisition soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thread, Quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing traders to haul up here. Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Right.
Okay. I think this is a good place to stop and transition to our next thing, which is poetry time. I'm also kind of feeling a little worn down, so I think what I'm going to do is call it soon and then take a nap because I need it. Alright. For today's poem, well, poems actually, this one's called The One I Miss. I miss your warm smile, miss being around you. Around you, time stops. Around you, I feel safe. I miss talking to you, talking about things that would make time pass. I miss feeling the warmth in your hand, that warmth I clinged to in life. years alone. I want happiness to beat my pain. I want the strength to push through these hard times. I want to feel loved and belonged. Belonged. I want to feel loved and belonged. Is that too much to ask? I'm cursed with the pain of loneliness. I'll read one more. The thought about gifts. Giving can be an art. You have to know them from your heart. Know what would be important. Homemade or money. Money to give when needed. Homemade to give from the soul. Homemade can be bought. The feeling is the gift. The memory treasured from the experience. I have no gift. Then bring something meaningful. You. Sometimes you overthink. Sometimes you forget. Just being around people brings happiness. Something money can't buy. Not now, not ever. I will end with our fourth one. The thrill of a good game. You know a game is good when your mind thinks about the game and what will happen next. More addicting than drugs. The thrill of the thought. The anticipation of what is to come. The need to talk about it. It's so good your day is forced on that. It's so good you want to know what happens next. That is the thrill of a good game. That is the thrill a good game has. Something the worst can't compete with. No matter how much they try. No matter how much they try. Well, okay. Between tomorrow and Friday, I will be doing YouTube and streaming more on Arkham Asylum. I think I left off on finding the doctor or something. So we are on the hunt for a doctor. Will we find her in time? No idea. But I will end with this. Now that the Inquisition has just started, how will we get the resources? And how will we fix this bleeding mess we got ourselves into? How? More next time. Probably on a Monday. I will most likely be streaming Twitch next week. On a Monday, most likely. When? No clue. Though, if you want to catch me on YouTube, try tomorrow somewhere in the afternoon. I will be either the latest I'll probably shoot for, probably 3. If I do not make it around that time, I will probably be streaming late. Depends. No clue. Either way, we'll see. Other than that, Toothless and I are gonna say bye. Alright. I wish you all a great day and a great evening.